Okay, let's start setting up Maya to be able to put this logo into. Alright, so I've got a shortcut on my taskbar here just to start Maya up. So I'm going to just click this and it will start Maya. And here we have Maya. So the first thing I need to do is to set my project. So I'm going to go to File and I'm going to go to Set Project. Now I'm going to go to my desktop, into my Jiva file, and set the Jiva model. And just hit set, which is down here. And I'm going to create a default workspace. Okay, so now if I close this down, I'm just going to show you what's happening in here now. If I come into my Jiva model folder, it's created a workspace mail, which gives me what I need for this. So what I also want to do is create a new scene. So I'm not going to save this one. I'm going to don't save it. And I want to save the scene. So I'm going to save the scene now. Let me just close this all down. It's a bit big. And we'll just save this as Jiva 01 and click Save As. So if I come back into here now, we've got a Jiva 01 MA file, which is our first stage file. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to start placing assets, and I want to get a little bit more organized. So I'm going to come into here and I'm just going to put source images, and I'm going to open up my assets folder, and I just want to drag this EPS into there. Okay, so now it's inside of here. So now I can hop back into Maya, and I can go to import, and now I want to go and find this and I want to import it. And now what we need to do is we just need to open Outliner up because it has brought it in, it's just quite small. It just looks like it's a null point. This is actually the X and Y axis within Illustrator that it's brought in. But if I go to Window, we can have a look what's happening. I'm going to go into Outliner. I'm going to bring this across. It's actually on my other monitor. So let me just bring this across into here. Okay, so let's select all of this stuff, which is selected all here. So I'm just clicking, holding the shift key and kicking down the bottom, and then I'm pressing the F on the keyboard. And now I'm going to press the Alt key and press the right hand mouse button. I've got them both held down, and now I can zoom in, and as you can see, it's in there. Now it's brought across all my guides that I set up in Illustrator. So if you don't want that to happen, then make sure that you kill them off. As you see, if I just left mouse drag, I can select across those and they've appeared in there. I don't need them, so I can just hit the backspace to delete them, and I can do exactly the same with this. Now I've got a few more in here. These are actually all the curves that are used to create these elements. And these are compound curves, so it's got a compound in there. But you'll see each of these curves represents a different letter. Okay, so let's select them all, and we're going to move them. The first thing I'm going to do, because my center of origin is up here, is I'm going to reset that. And we can do that by going up to Modify and Reset the Transformation and Freeze the Transformation. it's actually easier to group it all, to select it all like this inside of here, and then actually to group it all. Which is down here under edit group. And then I want to center the pivot point. So I'm going to go to center pivot point. Now, sorry, I'm going to go in and I'm going to freeze the transformation. Now I can move this up, and you'll see that it's created a group now. Inside of that group are all the individual elements, but it's also created a group there. So I can just select it as one unit. Okay, so now we need to put this in the middle, so I'm going to snap it to this middle. So I'm just going to click in the middle here, and I'm going to hold the X key, and it will snap to that point. It will snap to any of the grid points. If I move out a little bit by pressing the Alt key and the left hand right hand mouse clicking, and then I press the X key, it will turn to around, and you can see that I can snap to different grid positions within Maya. I'm also going to enlarge it, so I'm going to press the R key on the keyboard, or you can come over here, and I'm going to click from the middle. I don't want to do it in a particular axis like Y or X. I want to click in the middle and make it uniform. So I'm going to bring that up in size a little bit. I'm going to zoom out just to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so that's what you need to get to. You need to get your import, your EPS in there, clean it up, group it together, center the pivot point as I did earlier, and put it in the middle and just blow it up in size a little bit. And then we're going to go to the final thing we're going to do is freeze transformation. Okay, and then come back into the move. So I'll see you in the next lesson where we'll start to look at it and start to actually create faces for it.